Your five senses know it. A partner who's not really right for us can have disastrous effects on our lives. It happens from time to time that we meet people who fascinate us. We find them irresistible, at least in our minds. We do everything to get to know them better and to attract their attention. Our mind makes us believe in similarities that are in fact probably only very far-fetched. We discover parallels that are in truth the result of sheer chance. Be that as it may, some partners do us no good in the end, even if we move heaven and hell to get them. An interesting aspect in this context is how our body reacts to the wrong people. It is, in fact, our body that reliably and safely warns us that those arms we want around us are toxic. In today's video, we present 7 surefire signs that your body is saying no to your chosen person, that person whom your mind, or maybe even your heart, desperately wants. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology in Mind, activate the bell for notifications, and get excited for new videos uploaded every day. Number 1. You can't get any rest at night. How wonderful it is to lie next to each other in bed at night as newlyweds. The peace exuded by our partner's deep breathing, their irresistible smell, and the way they embrace us while we sleep are the wonderful beginnings of a love that gets deep under your skin. At some point, this development even leads to the point where we can no longer sleep at all, or only very poorly without each other. We even miss our better half while we sleep. So much for the beautiful theory of marital bliss. However, if you notice that sleep is out of the question next to your new romance, her or his breathing is driving you crazy, and you just can't let it go, something is clearly wrong here. When we sleep, our subconscious mind temporarily takes control. Its fine antenna notice much more quickly when something is not really right. So during the day, we might be able to trick or silence our intuition, but at night, our sixth sense reigns supreme, and it sends us a very strong sleep deprivation warning that it's better not to give this relationship a chance. Number 2. Lethargy possesses you. A real partnership motivates us to give our best. We experience real highs at the side of our life partners, and so we want to shine and make them proud of us. If the exact opposite is the case, it's a clear sign that something is amiss. If we let ourselves go, sink into comfort and lethargy, and don't want to move from the couch, this relationship is not one that is good for us. Partnerships that literally paralyze us and leave us in an unprecedented state of shock no longer have anything to offer us either. They no longer gladden our hearts, do not fill our souls with the harmony that lovers should feel, and at this point, they almost certainly offer far less than the physical passion we desire. Playing dead is an effective protection against enemies in the animal kingdom. If you have to cultivate this practice in your relationship, it's better to run away sooner rather than later. Number 3, you're cold all the time. Another clear sign of constant discomfort around another person is coldness. You could say that his or her coldness is transmitted to you one-to-one, that you suffer from the rejection they give you, and that this relationship can spare neither warmth nor security for you. We approach the facts when we look at what makes us feel cold. It's fear, after all, that sends shivers down our spines and puts our bodies on the defensive. When people literally make your blood run cold, they are absolutely no company for you. If your so-called better half has this effect on you, she's probably the worst thing that could have happened to you in terms of relationships. Number 4, your skin bristles to the touch. Our skin is our largest sensory organ. Not only does it register heat and cold, but it also reacts to many other types of grievances. For example, it dries out when we are unhappy, and it produces the famous goosebumps when an alarm is indicated. When our partners touch us, our skin is the number one contact point that sends the message to our brain as to whether this skin contact is welcome or not. If it gets to the stage where we can no longer bear the touch of the other person, there is an imbalance in this relationship that can no longer be remedied. Receiving touch requires trust. Where there is no trust, the most important basis for a relationship is unfortunately absent. Number 5, she or he makes you nervous, but not in a good way. If we perceive our loved one as a threat or a minefield that needs to be skillfully avoided, high alert is indicated. We should feel safe in a relationship, not like we're in the sights of an enemy or on a tightrope waiting to be shot down. There is a world of difference between butterflies in the stomach and the awakening of our survival instincts, which unfavorably marks the beginning of the end of a partnership. Number 6, you are increasingly keeping your distance. Are you willing to do anything to avoid sitting next to her or him? Do you make sure at every opportunity that you don't get too close or even have to touch each other? Then you should draw the consequences. If you feel so physically repelled by your partner, action is indicated. At some point, you will find it repugnant to be in the same room with him or her. You can't get more indicative of a toxic relationship than that. Number 7, you can't smell her or him anymore. One organ that we should by no means disregard when looking for or choosing a partner is our nose. No longer being able to smell someone is a phenomenon that does not occur by chance. The biochemical processes between our sense of smell and our brain are not yet fully understood. But the fact is, if we are drawn to another person's smell, even if it's been a while since their last shower, we can safely conclude that there's attraction there. It may not be great love, but our body finds the initial situation quite promising. If, on the other hand, the complete opposite is the case, this arrangement has no future. Today's conclusion: wait for the "yes, I do" from your body. Unfortunately, we assume our body tends to the erotic with regard to love and partnership. In fact, however, it is clearly the wiser when it comes to choosing the right person for life. What good is a total match on paper if you don't even like to hold hands with the person sitting across from you? Body, mind, and heart must be in agreement. Only when you hear a unanimous "yes, I do" are you at your destination.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.